Thank you, Chrissy. Pleasure to be presenting at the RIU conference once again. So, Aura Gold is an advanced gold explorer based in Western Australia. We have a fairly simple investment thesis. We're located in the Murchison Gold District, prolific gold belt in Western Australia, 35 million ounces of past production and resources sitting there. And we own 100% of our projects, which sit on granted mining leases with native title agreements in place. We've recently published a mineral resource at our flagship project, Crown Prince, of 240,000 ounces at 4.1 grams per tonne. This is a shallow resource, it starts at surface and looks very much like a highly profitable open pit to us. There's plenty of resource upside with that resource open down dip and along strike. So from here, we're now understanding and de-risking the project, looking at geotechnical aspects, metallurgy, hydrogeology and things like that. In terms of the corporate overview for Aura, we're capped at around $35 million today, have 4.1 million in cash, which gets us to where we need to be in terms of drilling and those technical work streams that I mentioned. We're well supported by our shareholders. We've been building out the institutional part of our register and that will continue on. So where is the project? The Garden Gully Gold Project is a substantial tenement package in the Meekatharra, just to the north of Meekatharra. We are focused on the Abernathy Shear Zone, which is shown in red on that slide. So the Abernathy Shear Zone is about a 20-kilometre long shear zone with gold occurrences all the way along it. Our flagship project is Crown Prince, which sits here. So now I'm just going to go through a bit of a fly-through so you can get a regional understanding of the Garden Gully Gold Project. So here we have some of the nearby neighbours, and you can see our tenement package outlined in yellow. So Aura Gold in the yellow. You can't, obviously the Western Australian landscape fairly flat and just showing the major drainage systems there. Our near neighbours are Meeka Minerals, Great Boulder, West Gold Resources and Odyssey Minerals. Odyssey. So looking at the southern end of the belt, we have Odyssey with their Tuckanarra project, West Gold and the Q Gold operations. Then coming further north, we have West Gold Meekatharra Gold operations, Great Boulder with their Sidewell project. And then flipping over to the other side of the Great Northern Highway, we have the Garden Gully Gold project and the Crown Prince prospect sitting in the middle. It's just worthwhile noting while we're looking at this view, how close we are to Meekatharra and how well we're serviced by those roads and that infrastructure. So we're around 20 kilometres to the north of Meekatharra along a public road that could service a haul road, should we look to take that ore anywhere else. So now we're just going to zoom into the Crown Prince prospect itself. This is it sits adjacent to the Garden Gully drainage system. You can see here our recent drilling. So the assays shown in yellow there are anything above 1 gram, with the high grade assays being shown there red 10 grams. So this is the recent resource that we published. I'm just going to show you a different perspective. So you can see here several lodes dipping down to the south east of the project. You can see that this sort of shape fits nicely into an open pit with the resource coming from surface. A high proportion of our resource is in the indicated category, around 68%, and as we grow the resource, we'll of course be careful to maintain a high ratio of indicated. So just now looking at some grades. So this is anything above 1 gram in terms of the block model. So once again, starting from surface, you can see some of the high grades. Plenty of 3 and 5 type gram areas, which would fit into an open pit. Now looking at a little bit of geology. So this is what the rocks look like from a shallow high-grade intercept. So here I've shown hole number 461, which has returned 33 metres at 24 grams per tonne from 57 metres. And this is one of the early shallow intercepts at our recent discovery, the southeastern zone. So we can see here oxidised rocks, but with gold lode hosted in quartz veins. So if I can just zoom out and show you where that intercept comes from, so fairly shallow in terms of the overall system. Now looking at what the mineralisation looks like deeper down, so we're in the fresh rock here, we're in dolerite. One of the deepest intersections at the deposit, diamond hole number 110, 8 metres at 22 grams from 259 metres, so we can see competent dolerite and an altered dolerite quartz vein hosted ore body. So looking along strike, what we're seeing is some of that shallow oxide gold extending to the right-hand side of this screen, which is to the northeast, and we're drilling under that material now. So that hit that I'm highlighting there is 4 metres at 15 grams. So there has been a small amount of historical mining done here. So between 1905 and 1915, there was a mine which you can see the workings just in that location on this slide. So that they extend down to around 90 metres, just to give you a sense of scale. So just zooming in on that and showing you sort of what that looks like. So small scale but very high grade mining. So now stepping back to some of the highlights of the Crown Prince prospect. So the headline results that the recent drilling has put out are pretty sensational. So 40 metres at 16 grams from 75 metres, 17 at 12.5 grams from 96 metres, 16 at 37 grams from 146 metres, just to name a few of the highlights. So it's a high-grade ore body, good metallurgy, and we expect to be very robust economics. So this is a cross-section of that southeastern zone, which is a new discovery made this year, dips down to the southeast and is open at depth, and we're drilling the extensions of that now. So just a quick look at what the mineralisation looks like at depth. So clean metallurgy, sheared dolerite, quartz vein, quartz carbonate alteration. We're liking what we're seeing in terms of the metallurgy and the continuity. So just looking at the resource that we published, so 4.1 gram average grade, 240,000 ounces, but importantly, the southeastern zone, 164,000 ounces at over 5.2 grams. So another perspective diagram of what that zone looks like, and it looks like we've got another emerging zone over in the northeast called the Crown Prince East Zone. Open along strike and at depth. And so what are we doing for the coming 6 months? Well, we're drilling along strike and down dip. We particularly see an opportunity to add ounces below the 100 metre mark. So we see an average ounce endowment of about 1250 per vertical metre, and that seems to be continuous. There's a supergene enrichment at around the 10 metre mark where we get up to 3,000 ounces per vertical metre, which obviously helps in an open pit sense. So from here, build the project to scale. 240,000 ounces sounds like a modest number, although if that's all in an open pit and it's above 4 grams, well, to us they're very mineable and ounces, very valuable ounces. So we'll be advancing our technical programs and looking at what else we can put into that pit. Thank you.
Thank you.